Hey, it's Paul Ingram here, Collie Center. In today's video, I want to give you a couple warm-up exercises that you can do to get your body warmed up, and especially focusing on developing the strength, conditioning, and flexibility of the wrist. For collie training, for the practice of collie, it's so important that we can have good flexible wrists, so that way we can get full manipulation over the stick or over the bolo. So hang out with me here, hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get training. All right, let's start out with some really simple basics, and let's just kind of get the wrist warmed up right here. We're gonna go ahead and grip the stick about 1 fist length up. All we do is we roll it into the grip right there. And from here, we're gonna have a full grip. We're not gonna white knuckle this thing, but we don't want it loose. We're gonna keep a full grip on the stick, and we're just gonna go ahead and do some forward rotations. All right, we wanna keep a grip on the stick. We're not opening the hand. All right, I wanna keep the grip so that way I get a full rotation on the wrist. If you're new to this exercise and your wrists aren't super flexible yet, you know, the stick might only be rotating this much. All right, but just take your time, and over time, over consistent practice, your wrist will become more flexible. All right, so just kind of take it nice and easy in the beginning. I like to do somewhere between 20 and 50 reps of this, and we'll just go ahead and rock this out real quick. Okay, once we go forward about 20, 50 times, then we go ahead and go in reverse. Again, you're keeping that full grip. Right here, you're keeping the full grip. You don't want the grip to open up. We're not doing this because now you can see that the wrist itself isn't actually rotating. We want the wrist to rotate. That's how you're going to develop the flexibility in the wrist. Again, we're not white knuckling this thing. We're not putting a death grip on it. Just a good firm grip to keep the stick secured in the hand. Once we have the rotation forward and backwards, we're going to go ahead and go one forward and one back. Forward and back, forward and back. All right, we're gonna work this out. Go all the way back. I want you to touch your back. So once we rotate this thing forward, you're gonna notice I'm gonna keep this thing, I'm gonna stop that tip roughly around my eyes. And I'm gonna go all the way back to where I can touch my back, what we call full chamber position, and all the way. All right, it's gonna help start warming up your shoulder. It's gonna start warming up the pectoral muscles, the lat muscles. Everything's gonna start getting warmed up right here with this quick little exercise. You can also go to the 2 chamber or keep it on the 1, that's fine. So of course, once you do the right hand, go ahead and work this out with the left hand as well. We're just getting everything warmed up here. About 20 to 50 forward, about 20 to 50 into reverse. And once you get that, go ahead and go forward and reverse, touching the back, touching that full chamber. Again, you can also bring this over to the 2, get a little bit different movement on the shoulder, or just keep it on the 1 if that's easier for you right now. So you're gonna notice that when we're doing this exercise, we're always rotating the stick to the outside of the form. We're not rotating to the inside of the form, because you don't want to hit yourself in the chin or in the eye or anything like that, especially if you're doing this with like a training bolo or anything like that. One of the other things you're gonna notice that, especially as you're just getting started and your grip has to condition and strengthen, you're gonna find that sometimes you're gonna end up working your way down the stick. If this happens, just tuck it underneath your armpit, re-grip it, and just start again. So once your wrists are warmed up, here's some really good wrist stretches that you can do. You don't even need a stick for this. All right, and it's a great little flow drill to get your wrists stretched in the 3 different directions. From here, we're gonna start off with our pinky on our chest, right here on the solar plexus. Pinky's going right here. My other hand, I'm gonna grab my pad of my thumb right there. I'm gonna grab it and keep the thumb on the back of my hand. From here, I'm just gonna extend my hand out. And if you need a little bit more, then you pull on the pad of the thumb. Okay, so from here, my pinky goes to my plexus, I grab the pad of my thumb, and I extend this out. If I need more stretch, I pull slightly, very slowly, on the pad of the thumb. Okay, from here, without losing contact, I'm gonna bring my palm back to my chest. My thumb on my left hand creates a pivot point. I grab the pinky side, and now I go palm up. And then from here, I'm gonna bring my elbow down. I'm gonna grab the hook of the wrist with my middle finger and my thumb and bring my fingers to my elbow. Or bring your elbows together. Okay, same thing on the other side. Put the pinky right here on the plexus. Grab the pad of the thumb. Thumb goes on the back of the hand. Extend this straight out. If you need more stretch, pull on the pad of the thumb a little bit. Nice and easy. Bring the palm back to the chest, keeping contact with the thumb, grabbing the pinky side, and palm up to the sky. And bringing the elbow down, hook the hook of the wrist, and bring the elbows together. And you can do like 2 to 3 sets of this per side. It's a great stretch for the wrists. You're getting everything stretched. And then of course, just go ahead and shake it out as need be. All right, so something else you can do is you can take the same wrist exercises that we did with the single stick, and we can go ahead and do this with the double stick, kind of shorten some time. So we're gonna go ahead and get some forward rotations in. Sticks are working together. Remember, we're keeping that grip closed on the stick. We're not opening the grip, okay? Grip stays closed. All right, you can also go backwards. And then, of course, we can go forward and back. And again, get used to touching the back there so that way you're getting a full range of motion. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can go ahead and alternate. Right, left, right, left. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge from that, then as one comes back, the other one comes out. Always a fun little stick twister in the beginning, but once you get it, it's pretty cool. There you got it. Some really basic beginner wrist conditioning exercises and flexibility stretches, all that good stuff. So that way you are developing some strength in the wrists, some good conditioning and stamina in the wrists, at the same time increasing flexibility. If you enjoy these types of colleague conditioning drills and you want to see more colleague conditioning drills to help you improve your colleague practice, leave me a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to hit the little bell so that way you get notified every time we got a new video. So if you want to continue your training with us here at Collie Center, head over to colliecenter.com. And we have a whole bunch of different training options for you. I'm sure you'll find something that fits your needs and fits what you want out of your training. And I'll see you next time right here for some more training.